Hi folks, I'm Brad Schroeder. I'm the Fleet Director for Dick's Auto Group out here in Hillsboro, Oregon. Thanks for clicking on our link to learn a little bit more about the truck that I've got behind me here. In case you wanted to find out a little more detail about it, stock number 097325. You'll find it live and in action at 767 Southwest Baseline Street in Hillsboro, Oregon, 97123. Let's take a quick look at the actual truck itself. This is a 2019 Ram 5500 Crew Cab 4x4. It is a Tradesman package 2YA. It is built with the 6.7 liter Cummins motor and the 6-speed ISN transmission. In 2019, we've had a few notable upgrades that occurred to the chassis itself. So as you're looking at the front end, it's a little stouter, it's a little taller than it previously would have been. The hood itself was built a little more aerodynamically, so it just kind of cleaned up the overall look of the truck. More importantly though, the truck has some pretty substantial enhancements that occurred as far as its capabilities are concerned. So the 6.7 liter Cummins motor was retuned. It currently has 360 horsepower and 800 foot-pounds of torque, which is an increase over last year from 350 and 750. As you look at the capabilities of the truck itself, the biggest thing that occurred this year is our gross combined weight rating as this truck is built went from 38,500 pounds up to a total max of 43,000 pounds. Now in order to get to that point, you have to have max tow package, which includes the new 489 rear axle, which is what this truck was built with. If we take a quick look at how the truck was finished up, you'll notice that it has a 12-foot contractor bed that's built. It's actually built by Knapheide, which is one of the highest end beds that you can find at this point in time. What makes a contractor bed is it's essentially a flat bed here, as you can see, that's built into the frame, and then you have boxes that were built above and below. Basically, Knapheide and other vendors such as this took a lot of consideration from what contractors and other generals were doing out on the job site, found out what it was that they used on a daily basis, and then tried to build some that was more readily available, and that's where the contractor bed came from. As we're looking at the bed itself, as I mentioned earlier, you've got a couple of drop-down boxes up top. Gives you lots of space. It's actually passed through here, so you can store longer items if you need to. And then you've got a lower box that's built in under this side here that matches the one upper box. So you have lots of space for your tools. You have lots of space for equipment and materials itself. Perfect for us out here in the Northwest. Obviously it rains a little bit, unlike today. It's pretty beautiful outside, but it gives you the ability to store things and keep it out of the elements. In addition to that, each one of the doors itself is built with a lock, so you can keep your stuff nice and safe from people that might be trying to come and take it from you. As you're looking at the rest of the bed itself, it's built with an over-cab material rack, and then on the back here, part of the contractor bed application is that it actually has these rear deck fold-down side gates. So you've got the ability to open up the bed itself here and give yourself, it's a little over 3.5 feet wide here, 8 feet long that direction. And then you have another deck that's built in between the boxes up here. And so basically you have multiple working spaces where you can store your equipment. If you've got things that are going to roll around, you got larger pieces of material, plywood, whatever, you can keep it segmented from the other pieces that you have on the job site. More often than not, this rear deck is probably used for heavy machinery, generators, jackhammers, those kind of things where you can keep it. It's in a relatively easy place for you guys on the job site to go get. As you come around the back here, and I'll lift up the gate again, you'll notice that there's a hitch built into the back here. So this is a buyer's 20,000 pound hitch. With this truck with a 43,000 pound gross combined weight rating, you've got more than a capable truck to pretty much pull anything that you need it to pull on the back here. As I'd mentioned, you've got an over-cab material rack. So as you can see right here, you've got a crossbar here, another crossbar right there, and then there's a third one that goes in the front. The two front ones are actually removable, so you can take them out. You can put them up on the top over the cab, and there's a storage space there. The rear one here has a cotter pin that removes. When you pull that cotter pin, you actually fold the bar back, and it comes and it locks up against the side right here. So if you ever needed to bring a forklift in and drop things into the bed of the truck, you can move these bars around to make sure that you can get to that equipment. As you look on the passenger side of the vehicle, you'll notice that the application is identical to the driver's side. So you've got your two upper boxes here that are connected with a pass-through, and then you've got your lower box on this side here to give you more additional equipment that you can store in the back. Outside of that, if you have any additional questions, feel free to look us up. You can find us at dickscountrydodge.com. Thank you very much for your time.